माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
यशोदनन्दनं व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यमुनातीरवनचारी
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 राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन
यमुनातीरवनचारी
यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 1st Canto, 11th chapter, text number 34. Evam नृपाणां क्षिति भार जन्मनाम् एवं नृपाणां क्षिति भार जन्मनाम् अक्षौहिणीभिः परिवृत्त तेजसाम् अक्षौहिणीभिः परिवृत्त तेजसाम् अक्षौहिणीभिः परिवृत्त तेजसाम् विधाय वैरं श्वसनो यथानलम् विधाय वैरं श्वसनो यथानलम् विधाय वैरं श्वसनो यथानलम् मिथो वधेनो परतो निरायुधः मिथो वधेनो परतो निरायुधः मिथो वधेनो परतो निरायुधः एवं नृपाणां क्षितिभारजन्मना अक्षौहिणीभिः परिवृत्ततेजसा विधाय वैरं श्वसनो यथानलम् मिथो वधेनो परतो निरायुधः एवं नृपाणां क्षितिभारजन्मना अक्षौहिणीभिः परिवृत्ततेजसा विधाय वैरं श्वसनो यथानलम् मिथो वधेनो परतो निरायुधः एवं नृपाणां क्षितिभारजन्मना अक्षौहिणीभिः परिवृत्ततेजसा विधाय वैरं श्वसनो यथानलम् मिथो वधेनो परतो निरायुधः एवं नृपाणां क्षितिभारजन्मना अक्षौहिणीभिः परिवृत्ततेजसा विधाय वैरं श्वसनो यथानलम् मिथो वधेनो परतो निरायुधः एवं नृपाणां क्षितिभारजन्मना अक्षौहिणीभिः परिवृत्ततेजसा धाय वैरं श्वसनो यथानलम् मिथो वधेनो परतो निरायुधः एवं thus nripanam of the kings or administrators Kshitibhara, the burden of the earth, Janmanam, born in that way, Akshauhinibhihi, empowered by a military strength of horses, elephants, chariots, and infantry. Parivritta, being puffed up by such surroundings. Tejasam, prowess. Vidhaya, having created. Vairam, hostility. Shvasanaha, interaction of the wind and the pipe plants. Yatha, as it is. Analam, fire. Mithaha, with one another. Vadhena, by killing them. Uparataha, relieved. Nirayudhaha, by himself without being a party to such fighting. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. The Lord was pacified after killing those kings who were burdensome to the earth. They were puffed up with their military strength, their horses, elephants, chariots, infantry, etc. He himself was not a party in the fight. He simply created hostility between the powerful administrators, and they fought amongst themselves. He was like the wind which causes friction between bamboos and so sparks a fire. Please repeat. The Lord was pacified after killing those kings who were burdensome to the earth. They were puffed up with their military strength, their horses, elephants, chariots, infantry, etc. He himself was not a party in the fight. He simply created hostility between the powerful administrators, and they fought amongst themselves. He was like the wind, which causes friction between bamboos and so sparks a fire. Purport. As stated above, the living beings are not factual enjoyers of things which are manifested as God's creation. The Lord is the genuine proprietor and enjoyer of everything manifested in His creation. Unfortunately, influenced by the deluding energy, the living being becomes a false enjoyer under the dictation of the modes of nature. Puffed up by such a false sense of becoming God, the deluded living being increases his material strength by so many activities and thus becomes the burden of the earth, so much so that the earth becomes completely uninhabitable by the sane. This state of affairs is called dharmasya glani, or misuse of the energy of the human being. When such misuse of human energy is prominent, the saner living beings become perturbed by the awkward situation created by vicious administrators, who are simply burdens of the earth, and the Lord appears by His internal potency just to save the saner section of humanity and to alleviate the burden due to the earthly administrators in different parts of the world. He does not favor either of the unwanted administrators, but by his potential power he creates hostility between such unwanted administrators, as the air creates fire in the forest by the friction of the bamboos. The fire in the forest takes place automatically by the force of the air, and similarly, the hostility between different groups of politicians takes place by the unseen design of the Lord. The unwanted administrators, puffed up by false power and military strength, thus become engaged in fighting amongst themselves over ideological conflicts and so exhaust themselves of all powers. The history of the world reflects this factual will of the Lord, and it will continue to be enacted until the living beings are attached to the service of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, this fact is very vividly described. It is said, "The deluding energy is my potency, and thus it is not possible for the dependent living beings to supersede the strength of the material modes. But those who take shelter in me, the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, can cross over the gigantic ocean of material energy. This means that no one can establish peace and prosperity in the world by fruitive activities or by speculative philosophy or ideology. The only way is to surrender unto the Supreme Lord and thus become free from the illusion of the deluding energy." Unfortunately, persons who are engaged in destructive work are unable to surrender to the personality of Godhead. They are all fools of the first order. They are the lowest of the human species of life. They are robbed of their knowledge, although apparently they seem to be academically educated. They are all of the demoniac mentality, always challenging the supreme power of the Lord. Those who are very materialistic, always hankering after material power and strength, are undoubtedly fools of the first order, because they have no information of the living energy, and being ignorant of that supreme spiritual science, they are absorbed in material science, which ends with the end of the material body. They are the lowest of human beings because the human life is specially meant for re-establishing the lost relation with the Lord, and they miss this opportunity by being engaged in material activities. They are robbed of their knowledge because even after prolonged speculation, they cannot reach to the stage of knowing the personality of Godhead. the summum bonum of everything, and all of them are men of demoniac principle, and they suffer the consequences, as did such materialistic heroes as Ravan, Hiranyakashipu, Kansa, and others. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Lord Krishna has come to Dwarka, has been received very nicely by all the citizens, by the Brahmanas, by his relatives, parents, and the wives. And it is told how the wives of the Supreme Lord, even though the Lord is there present with them, but simply by seeing their lotus feet, they felt ever increasing pleasures. That is the nature of the Supreme Lord. He is always fresh. And the devotees who are pure in nature, those who are having love of Godhead, they are able to appreciate this ever youthful and fresh nature of spiritual life, beholding the form, hearing the name, and chanting his glories. Everything appears always fresh. And then further it is described here. The Lord's situation, the situation of the relatives was explained. Here the situation of Lord is explained. What is the situation of the Lord? Mitho vadheno parato nirayudha. Uparataha means relieved. The Lord, after coming back, he is feeling great relief. Why Lord is feeling relieved? What is a burden on the Lord? So the Lord is also sentient. The Lord also feels pain and pleasure. Lord also feels relief and burden transcendentally. So what was the burden? The burden was when the part and parcels of the Krishna, they forget their identities, and instead of understanding that the Lord is the supreme controller, they think they are the controller and proprietor, and thus they increase their material strength to dominate over material resources, material energy, which actually belongs to the Supreme Lord. And this activities, as we discussed, what is the meaning of burden? Burden means when somebody is unwanted relative becomes burden on the family. Let's say we have a criminal in the family, then he's a burden. He brings bad name, misfortune, and all kinds of troubles for the family. Thus the troubles of the world, as we can see here that it is explained, Krishna need not act personally. How he destroys all such people of demoniac principles? He creates conflicts among them. All the people who are trying to lord over material nature, Krishna does not need to directly come and do anything. It is explained here. Nirayudha. Nirayudha means without being party to such a fighting. Fight is necessary to kill people. It is important. Thus Krishna creates this antagonistic nature. How? The example given is just like in the fire. In the forest, there is fire because of the work of the air. There is friction among the pipe plants or bamboo trees, and because of this friction there is fire, and thus the bamboo trees get burnt and destroyed. In a similar way, Krishna creates conflicts. So that is why the conflicts in the world are happening because of the Lord's wish. And when the Lord wishes to create conflict, who can stop? Nobody can stop. We can create policies, we can create nuclear arsenals, we can create whatever we want, but conflict we cannot stop. So at any level, the conflict happens only because of this. What is the reason of conflict? Lord's wish. And why Lord wishes? He feels burden of the living entities who are having lording over tendency. This is criminal mentality. The entire property belongs to the Supreme Lord. If I think it belongs to me and I want to enjoy, that is what each one of us have been trained to do. Let us enjoy in this world. Whatever property you see, try to acquire it and enjoy. Just like the thief, The thief sees, oh, this woman is wearing golden chain, let me go and snatch it. This person is having a nice car, let me go and enjoy it. Whatever they see, they want to enjoy. They want to steal. Similarly, we are all trying to steal God's property. So this is common sense understanding. Everyone should understand this whole world belongs to God. So how can I desire to enjoy it? And thus Prabhupada explains what is the attitude of a pure devotee. So Prabhupada's spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, when he was young, very small boy, so he ate a mango without offering it to the Supreme Lord. His father, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, also an acharya, was a pure devotee. Then he told him, this is very wrong you have done. You ate something without offering to the Supreme Lord. So this is an offense. And the small child felt so bad, he took a vow that never I will eat mango again in my life. And he never ate mangoes. So just see. He felt so bad. We think it is ordinary thing, but no. He felt it was such a great offense. In his life, he did not eat mangoes. So this is the attitude of a pure devotee. That even one mango, it was so painful for him that because of this pain, he took a vow, I will never take. It was so painful. I will never touch mangoes. I have done a great offense. And what to speak of people, not just mango. Whatever they see, they are trying to enjoy over and over again, entire life. And they are encouraging others also. So this is education. So the education that we see is just like the thieves. They are an academy to tell people how to steal. So all our educational institutions, our schools, our colleges, they are teaching us how to become better thieves. How to increase property means how to steal. Thieves also, they have a lot of planning. Without planning, you cannot achieve anything. So they learn organizing skills, they have planning. So thus we also do. We learn technical skills, we become scientists, we become managers, everything to steal nicely God's property and enjoy. So thus all the training is to become thief, and a thief cannot be happy. The thief is always in anxiety. So it is not possible. It is the law of nature again. As soon as you violate the law of nature, there is no question of happiness. And otherwise also we can understand, if we steal anything, always we are anxious. It does not matter how much powerful. He could be a don, but don is also a thief, always anxious. This person may not attack, that person may not attack, always fearful. So that is why everyone is anxious. Why? Because we are acting like thieves. A thief can never be peaceful. So as long as we continue to remain thieves, it is not possible to have peace. So this is extremely wrong understanding, that we are taught that you acquire whatever property you see and enjoy. No, we cannot. We are not the enjoyers. And such a population is burden, and this population is destroyed. So if you don't understand the supremacy, the proprietorship of the Supreme Lord, nobody can stop conflicts. Conflicts will keep on happening at individual level, family level, national level, international level. Because this is the will of the Lord, that the demoniac people, they get destroyed. So this is called Mahadavagni. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told. Mahadavagni. Dava Agni means forest fire. Mahadavagni means great forest fire. So everyone here is burning in this forest fire. Nobody wants calamity, but calamities happen here. Everyone is struggling. Morning to evening, morning to night, day after day, people are working very hard. This working hard is suffering. Everyone wants to enjoy, but against their wish, they are pushed into hard work. This is suffering. If they don't work, they suffer, and working is also suffering. So everyone is in the world is put to forced suffering. They don't want, but suffering happens. Just like nobody goes to set fire in the forest, but fire happens. So in this way, everyone is suffering here. And how one can get relief from the suffering? it is told here in the purport. The ideological conflicts and the history of the world reflects this factual will of the Lord. The history of the world reflects that many, many great leaders, they have come, they have fought together, and both the armies finished. The civilization is destroyed. So the history of the civilization represents the will of the Supreme Lord. Reflects this factual will of the Lord, and it will continue to be enacted until what was mentioned in the purport? Until no. The history of the world reflects this factual will of the Lord, and it will continue to be enacted until the living beings are attached to the service of the Lord. Until the living beings are attached to the service of the Lord. So Prabhupada explains we have to increase our attraction, we have to increase our attachment for the service of the Lord. We have to work with this desire. Not attachment for the material affairs, but attachment should increase of the service. So how to do this? For this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has kindly instructed us. Cheto darpan marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. Cheto darpan marjam. Cheta means the mirror of the heart should be cleansed. All the suffering is only because of contamination of the heart. We are not able to appreciate that I am part and parcel of Supreme Lord. There is existence of the Supreme Lord. Entire property belongs to Him. This is because of contamination. And this contamination can be removed by chanting. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. So simply by chanting, this forest fire gets extinguished. We get attachment towards the service of the Supreme Lord. We don't get attached because the heart is full of contamination. Prabhupada explains that I want to do something, but I am not able to do. This is because of contamination of the heart. Or I do not want to do something, I am forced to do something. This is also because of contamination of the heart. So I am forced to do things which I do not want to do, and I am not allowed to do things which I want to do. This force is because of contamination of the heart. So this contamination gets cleansed by chanting and hearing of the holy names. Cheto darpan marjanam. As soon as mirror of the heart is cleansed, we understand everything clearly. Bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. Then we get freedom from this suffering. All the suffering of the world is reduced simply by chanting and hearing the holy name. Simply by chanting, nothing else is required. Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. One gets enlightened in knowledge. Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. And then one starts increasing one's pleasure in life. Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam. Sarvatmasnapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells the process is very simple. That simply by chanting one gets relief. But although Namna Makari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti, Krishna has invested all his energies in the holy name. Sarva Shakti, all the energies are present in the holy name. Right now the nations are looking for getting energy. But it is very, very difficult to get it. Some nations, they have gathered great energy in the form of nuclear power. They are not willing to share with others. Others are not given access. In the form of very powerful weapons, others are not given access. So it is very difficult to get access to energy. But all the energies, what to speak of little energy, all the energies of the world, of the Supreme Lord are invested in holy name. Nij Sarva Shakti. And it is so easy that we can immediately come in contact with all the energies of the Supreme Lord. Tatrarpita niyamita smaranena kala. There is no need to bother about time, place, etc. There is no need to bother about any rule and regulation for chanting. Immediately I can come in contact with the Supreme Lord and all his energies. Etadarshi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi. So Lord is so kindly, so merciful upon me. Tava kripa, He is very, very merciful. But I am so unfortunate. Durdaivam idrisham ihajani nanuragaha. I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for chanting. So this is very unfortunate. So what to speak of others? Here also I saw that Harshit is singing Radha Madhav, one more devotee is chanting or two more. Some devotees are not even moving our lips. This is our situation. Who are practicing Krishna consciousness here. We are doing morning program, evening program every day. We are honoring Krishna Prasadam, living with devotees, but somehow we don't get inclination to focus on the holy name. We are looking here, we are looking there. The Supreme Lord is incarnated, but we cannot simply focus. We are doing prayers, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We have no desire to pray to Lord, my dear Lord, please reveal Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Please kindly give this knowledge to me. But I have no inclination, I have no interest in holy name of Krishna. So this is our situation. So we are so fortunate, holy name is coming on in our presence. We can immediately chant, but we have no interest. No inclination, no desire to take shelter. Krishna is willing to give all the energies, all the benedictions, but I am not interested at all. So this is our misfortune, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells. Tatrarpita niyamita smaranena kala. There is no need to bother time and place. Till I don't vibrate Krishna's name, it is so easy. Always we can chant and purify our heart. But somehow even vibrating our tongue becomes so tough for us. We are not even able to chant always. Durdaivam, this is called misfortune. Durdaivam idrisham ihajani na anuraga. I don't have taste. Na anuraga. And that is the condition here. Unless we have taste or attachment to the service of the Lord, to the service of the holy name, this misery will continue. The will of the Lord will continue. So suffering in our life continues as long as we do not have taste. So thus we have to practice how to have taste for the holy name. And how to have taste? Why don't we get taste? That is also explained in the purport. Unfortunately, persons who are engaged in destructive work are unable to surrender to the personality of Godhead. So when we are engaged in destructive work, then we cannot have taste. So that is why in the next verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given formula. Yes, I am unfortunate. So how to become fortunate? How to develop taste in chanting the holy name? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains. What does he explain? How to develop taste? How we can chant always? Trinadapi sunichena taroriva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. One has to become humbler than the grass and more tolerant than tree. Amanina, not expecting any honor for oneself and giving all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant holy name always. So here we are all trying to have honor for ourselves. Amanina, it is told, one should not expect any honor for oneself. But why the whole world is working hard? Because they want honor. The society, the world should honor them, respect them. This is the thing which is putting people to hard work. Otherwise, maintenance is very, very easy. Everyone is seeking honor in this world. And as long as we keep on seeking honor, that means envy in this world we have in the heart. With envy, we cannot give respect to other living entities. We are envious. I cannot see them doing better than us. Thus, I want to defeat them and seek honor in this world. So, where is the question of giving respect to others? I am envious of others. So, amanina manadena. We cannot give honor, respect to others. So, one should not expect any respect for oneself and give all respect to others. This is important. Then we can become humbler than the grass. Let people keep on stomping, I will not be disturbed. Because I understand I am servant and everyone else is my master. So in this way the devotee is not disturbed. But how somehow the whole world is very busy in accumulating honor from others. Others should think good of me, talk good of me. I have this strong desire. That is why we have no attraction for the holy name. So as long as we have this material desire, I want praise and honor in this material world, it is not possible to develop taste for the holy name. So one should not expect any honor for oneself, and one should give all honor to others. One should always be respectful, because everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. Everyone is sitting place of the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's body. Thus one should offer respect to everyone. So humbler than the grass, tolerant than the tree. Then we can chant holy name always. So when we practice this principle, then it will be possible to chant holy name always. So holy name will help us to become humble, and the more we become humble, we practice, the better we are able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it is very, very simple. Entire solution of all the problems of life lies in correcting the demoniac principle of the heart, lording over nature, and that can only happen by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is why we should be very, very cautious. We should be very attentive, very respectful towards this incarnation. So with great love and respect I should offer. As soon as there is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we should immediately become fully attentive. As soon as there is discussion of Bhagavatam, as soon as there is any vibration of the holy name or Krishna Katha, immediately I should become very, very attentive to each and every word. Each and every word is an incarnation. And it is not that by chance I am able to hear this vibration. So I should become immediately attentive and respectful. And Krishna is a person, just like here Krishna is feeling relief. So Krishna becomes glad also when he sees that devotees are so enthusiastic. And somehow it is very, very difficult. Even we see people who come for the classes, they come for this. Hardly 5% we see devotees have enthusiasm. 90% devotees unenthusiastic. So in spiritual life, first we have to apply ourselves. We have to use our energy in the service of Krishna. Then we get enthusiasm. Devotees have trouble in raising hands also in Kirtan. They cannot even raise hands for the pleasure of... They cannot even clap. They cannot even raise hands. They cannot even sing loudly. Bhagwan sun na le galti se. So, and then we question why there is no spiritual advancement. No, there will be spiritual advancement, provided we simply do it with enthusiasm. So Lord feels very glad when we sing, dance, clap, and we pay attention to the holy name. So we should never be indifferent. Whenever Lord is coming, any sound is coming, immediately I should become attentive. And in this way receive the sound incarnation. And then we will advance. So this is the only way of saving ourselves and saving the world from this conflict, which is the will of the Supreme Lord. And it is only because of our lording over nature. Chanting is the solution. We'll finish unless there are any questions.
Hare Krishna, bro. So, like we told, we have to be humble and tolerant. So, Prabhu, now should we understand this that, like, now if someone wants to be humble and tolerant, so do we need to like logically understand, okay, that this is why I have to be humble and tolerant, or we just have to be humble and tolerant? So I mean
No,
to say,
without logic we cannot be humble and tolerant. That is why we have to read regularly. We have to chant the holy name. So when we read everyone is part and parcel of Krishna, we are contemplating on it always, then we can be humble and tolerant. When I read, when I understand, Krishna becomes pleased when we tolerate. Then when I read that when we tolerate, then we are able to chant holy name nicely. So thus when we are able to contemplate on all these instructions, then we can practice humility. And of course when we chant the holy name, so artificially humility we cannot practice. So thus on the basis of the strength of these instructions and on the basis of strength of chanting the holy name, we can become humble.
so why does it happen that we are chanting, we are also reading,
Yeah.
we are also contemplating about, but still we are not able to be humble and tolerant?
So two things. One, we are not able to execute it correctly as we discussed. There is no attention, there is no respect and devotion, concentration while chanting, reading, hearing. How many people we see? 90% of the people are not able to do it nicely. Simple attention they are not able to put. They are not able to read with attention, with care, with regularity. And Again, if we are doing all these things nicely, then also we have to have patience because everything takes time. So two things, either we are not doing nicely, or even if we are doing nicely, it takes time to mature.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
So, while practicing this philosophy of being humble and tolerant, one big question that comes to my mind is, where is the line of self-respect? How much we can tolerate disrespect from
No
other?
self-respect. One should feel one is most insignificant, most fallen. Jagai madhai hoite mui se papishtha, puri shira keet hoite mui se lagishtha. The most learned person is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who has given us topmost literature called Chaitanya Charitamrit, the greatest literature of spiritual life. And what he thinks about himself, his self-respect, he tells, I am lower than the worm in the stool. So one should think I am less significant than worm in the stool. This is the attitude.
But then when we go to the material world,
Yes.
we mix with non-devotee people, then they take undue advantage.
How they can take advantage?
As in, they misbehave very frequently.
So what will happen if they misbehave?
Then again.
Huh?
So, like, I have
If they
tried.
misbehave, they will suffer. If somebody curses, then they suffer, they become angry. I am chanting Hare Krishna, I am not disturbed.
Okay.
So only when I am humble, I don't get disturbed.
Okay.
And if I want no other should speak nicely of me, then what will I do? Then I have to do so many things. I have to work very hard in office, I have to behave nicely, I have to socialize, I have to eat nicely, drink nicely, sleep nicely, comb nicely, work out nicely, dress nicely, and what not we have to do. These things. So, but when a person is humble, he does not expect any honor, then a person is set free. So nobody can disturb a humble person.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, in the holy name, all the energies are invested, right? So, sometimes we practically we try to work on some qualities of ours, or we try to develop some qualities.
Okay.
So, instead of doing that, if we simply chant attentively and we try to develop all the bhavanas in the background, so will we develop those qualities even if we don't put efforts, or we have to put conscious efforts also, and at the same time we have to chant also?
Both. So obviously when we chant, it will give us the desire to develop those qualities, but we have to consciously develop also. Both things go hand in hand. As we discussed, the more a person is humble, the more he is able to chant nicely, and the more he chants nicely, the humbler he becomes. So it feeds each other.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. To what extent should we tolerate from a known devotee extremely anti-God mentality?
Extreme?
Anti-God mentality.
Anti-God mentality.
Spouse.
Okay, spouse. So spouse we have to always tolerate. There is no way. Others we cannot also. We can choose to go away. But we cannot run away from our home. So always we have to tolerate. So from devotee, of course, we have to always tolerate. From non-devotee also we have to always tolerate. Tolerance is the principle. So we get disturbed only because we are not able to tolerate. If I am able to tolerate, then there is no disturbance.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, what are the benefits of being part of Rath Yatra? What is the significance?
As in any festival, the person wants that people should come. There is birthday, there is marriage, there is any special occasion. People expect that my relatives should come, my friends should come. Similarly, when the Lord comes out, he expects that the devotee should come and participate in the festival. So similarly, if we participate in the Rath Yatra festival, it is told in the scriptures that if one who sees the Supreme Lord on the Ratha chariot, he becomes liberated. He does not come back to this material world. We'll finish. Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Subscribe to our channel, and to get the latest updates, do not forget to press the bell icon. Hare Krishna.